We want to get you caught up now on breaking news, the indictment of DeKalb County CEO Burrell Ellis. Now, we broke the news about 90 minutes ago, and we've had a team of reporters working the story ever since. Our live Team 2 coverage continues with Erica Byfield in DeKalb County with new information about the indictment. Erica.
Yeah, John, I just came down from a briefing with the district attorney here in DeKalb County. That wrapped up within the last 20 minutes or so. You said it there. The big headline today is that there's a 15-count indictment. Those charges, they arrange a lot of topics here. We're talking about criminal attempt by extortion, conspiracy charges, coercion charges, theft by taking, and false statements. As you've also mentioned, we've broke news on this indictment today, just how we've broken details about what's been going on with this situation from the very beginning. You'll remember that this started out as a watershed management bid rigging investigation, and it ended today with the indictment of DeKalb County CEO Burrell Ellis. This indictment today says that he threatened 3 business owners in town and told them that they would not get any more county business without campaign funds. And it says that he had city employees, or county employees I should say, helping him on county time, making these calls, collecting all the data that he would need to make all this happen. You'll also remember that within the last few months we had exclusive video of a raid at Burrell Ellis's home and office as investigators took out piles and piles of evidence. We now know what they were looking for and what they collected. A few minutes ago we learned a question that I had when I walked into this briefing today: will Burrell Ellis go to jail? The CEO will go to jail. The DA gave us that answer just a few moments ago.
There was a grand jury arrest warrant that was issued and signed. The bond is $25,000, and as customary, Mr. Ellis will have up to 24, perhaps 48 hours to turn himself in.
So you heard it right there. He will be going to jail. When we were leafing through this indictment, we had some other questions as to whether other people, other names we've heard pop up throughout this whole entire situation, if they will also be indicted. The DA did not answer any questions today, so we still have those questions lingering out there. One other thing we've been looking into is what next, what happens next. So we're digging into those answers, and we'll have more details for you coming up within the next 30 minutes. Reporting live in DeKalb County, Erica Byfield, Channel 2 Action News.
Channel 2's investigative reporter Jody Fleischer broke news of the investigation months ago. She's been covering every development since. Jody continues our live Team 2 coverage with a look at how we got here and some of the surprising things actually left out of the indictment today. Jody.
Jovita, it's certainly worth noting what's not in the indictment. When investigators first executed search warrants on the CEO back in January, they were alleging charges of racketeering and bribery. As we've seen, those are not included now. Now, many of the 15 counts that are listed in the indictment stem from allegations we first showed you as long as 2 years ago.
I haven't done anything that I'm aware of, and nor has my staff done anything that I'm aware of that is inappropriate.
DeKalb County CEO Burrell Ellis defended himself in January after district attorney's investigators gathered evidence from inside the CEO's office and his Stone Mountain home. They hauled away boxes of documents, binders, and several computer towers used by Ellis and his staff. He was inside the courthouse testifying before a special civil grand jury at the time, which spent a year digging into allegations of bribery, bid rigging, and contract improprieties, first at the Watershed Department, then expanding to include other county contracts. That grand jury report never became public because Ellis's attorneys have spent the last 5 months fighting its release, arguing it should not be used in preparing the criminal indictment. Now that point is moot.
I think what's essential here is, never have I been in any done anything that would give anybody a promise in return for a campaign contribution. We're always clear about that.
But several of the charges allege Ellis shook down county vendors for campaign contributions. As a Channel 2 investigation first exposed in February, we examined all of the money Ellis received in the last 5 years and found nearly $600,000, or 40%, came from companies that have or wanted business with DeKalb County. The overwhelming majority were contract winners, outnumbering losing bidders by 5 to 1. A former DeKalb DA said that was business as usual.
It would appear that there may have been ways that you didn't get contracts unless you paid for them. We contend our client didn't get paid because he wouldn't grease anybody's palm.
All right, Jody, so you have been covering this extensively for months, if not years, and folks you've talked to said they expected more notice, and this seemed to be coming out of the blue today.
It kind of did. We knew that there were witnesses testifying before the grand jury. We've heard from sources that that's been going on for a couple of weeks now. But the defense team in particular was expecting something they referred to as a 15-day notice, where the prosecutors would send a customary notice to an elected official or a police officer. They get special consideration when a case is going before a grand jury. Sometimes, like officers, for example, get to actually be present for some of the grand jury testimony. But apparently that did not happen in this case, because it appears the defense team was actually caught off guard by this as well. So no 15-day notice was sent in this case, and they thought that an elected official such as the CEO would be afforded that consideration.
Some notice. Okay. Well, Jody, thank you. We know you will continue covering this. We also have reporters and photographers out there at the DeKalb County Courthouse as well. We're going to have more on WSB-TV.com, and also coming up tonight on the Channel 2 Action News Night Beat at 11. About an hour ago, the Chief of Public Affairs for DeKalb County released this brief statement, and it says, "We just learned about this news as well. We will be talking to the CEO's attorneys, and we will let you know when there is a statement to be released." It says, "We have not yet spoken to the CEO. He is currently meeting with his attorneys," end of quote. We've learned authorities have issued an arrest warrant for Ellis already. He has 48 hours to turn himself in, and his bond is set at $25,000.